Good morning and welcome to the point for Wednesday, August 9th. We're going to get straight into the news today. We see U.S. futures trading lower this morning with the Dow currently down about 50 points. The S&P's down 12. This is coming after yesterday just saw a small loss, although markets globally pretty much saw a pretty big sell-off. Big news coming from the rising tensions between Trump and North Korea, but we will get back into that a little bit later. Here in the U.S., Disney has ended a deal with Netflix to stream their movies through the provider as they plan to offer ESPN and family films directly to consumers over two new streaming services. They plan to pay about $1.58 billion to gain control of BAMTech, who is the streaming arm of the MLB. And Vantiv, who is the largest U.S. merchant acquirer, agreed to buy e-commerce payments company WorldPay Group for about $10.4 billion. The Stoxx Europe 600 index declined almost 1% this morning as markets inside the index saw losses. Germany and France lost over 8%, while the UK tumbled 0.8%. The MSCI All Country World Index fell 0.3%, and the Emerging Market Index dropped 0.9%, taking its biggest loss in almost 8 weeks. Asian markets were not much better, as Japan's Topix lost more than 1%, while Hong Kong and Shanghai saw smaller losses. Australia, however, managed to gain 0.4% amid the sell-off. The bond market also fell, with yields in the U.S. and Europe falling as little as 2 basis points, while dropping as much as 4 basis points in Germany and Britain. British American Tobacco pulled off the second largest bond deal of the year to refinance its buyout of Reynolds American for $17.25 billion. The buyout rings in at $55 billion and will make British American the largest globally. Crude oil stayed steady, adding 0.5% to $49.40 per barrel, while gold saw the same gains for its biggest rise in over a week. The dollar and euro stayed relatively quiet, although the euro's small loss brought it to its weakest point in more than 2 weeks. The pound saw a 0.2% advance, while the yen and Swiss franc were the largest winners. The yen climbed 0.5% to see its strongest in 8 weeks, while the South African rand was largely influenced by the bid to remove President Zuma. The opposition failed to tally enough votes to remove him, losing 198 to 177, while the currency was down 0.7%. Tensions have escalated between the U.S. and North Korea after the United Nations placed sanctions against its nuclear weapons program. North Korea warned the U.S. would pay dearly and said they were examining plans to fire a missile towards an American military base in Guam. President Trump said he's been very threatening beyond a normal statement, and that they will be met with fire, fury, and frankly, power the likes of which this world has never seen before. Much economic data continues to be pumped out, with Australia reporting consumer confidence today after yesterday saw a decline in business sentiment. The UK will announce factory output on Thursday, as Bill Dudley will also speak for the Fed. And on Friday, we see CPI coming out for the US, along with industrial production in France. So obviously, North Korea is something to watch today as we see tensions rising between the U.S. and nations across the globally, really, against North Korea to try to calm them down. Other than the North Korea thing to obviously watch, maybe want to keep an eye on Bill Dudley, who speaks for the Fed on Thursday. He might have some things to say and some clues. And also, obviously, the CPI data on Friday will be another important thing to keep an eye on. In the sports world, the Pirates kept it rolling again, defeating the Tigers 6-3 last night, as the Cubs also lost. So we now find ourselves 3.5 games behind first place, while St. Louis and Milwaukee are also right there, only 1.5 and 2.5 games back as well. Floyd Mayweather admitted that he's lost a step heading towards his August 26th fight against UFC star Conor McGregor, saying that Conor McGregor actually looks like he has the advantage on paper. And the Patriots have become the first NFL team to buy their own plane to fly to games, purchasing 2 Boeing 767s, which really doesn't surprise me that they are the first team to do it. That is it for us today on The Point for Wednesday, August 9th. We hope you have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.